Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be going through the exciting news that two new ghost types are coming to Phasmophobia for the first time since the game launch. We have two new ghost types. We've got the Yokai and the Hantu. Let's dive in. Now, before we get into it, if you don't want to listen to me talking for the next few minutes, I'm going to link the Trello down in the description below where you'll be able to have a look at it by yourself. But there's 4 cards that have been added under the next update beta, which is obviously coming out the next beta build for Phasmophobia, and that are the 2 ghost types, 2 new daily challenges, which is a 3-star photo and a photo of the dirty water, as well as a way to reset the save file if it gets corrupt. But we are here for the 2 new ghost types, so let's get straight into it. We're going to start with the Yokai. So with the Yokai, it's described as being a common type of ghost that is attracted to human voices. They can usually be found haunting family homes. Now obviously that's just a little bit of lore there behind the Yokai, but it gives you a little bit of important detail about it being attracted to human voices. Now, its unique strengths, as shown, are talking near a Yokai will anger it and increase its chance of attacking, which is very interesting. We'll get to why. The weaknesses is when it's hunting, a Yokai can only hear voices close to it. So it's a bit of a trade-off, right? You've got the Yokai, which is very, very angry when people talk near it. But once it starts attacking, if you're talking far away from it, it won't hear. So this is going to be really good for maps like, you know, prison, asylum, high school, where if you can confirm it's a Yokai and you're just trying to get some of the other stuff, you can just run around freely talking and sort of communicating with each other that way. But for those smaller maps, it's really going to be difficult to get away from the Yokai. You're going to have to be very, very, very silent. And also, for us streamers, the Yokai is a nightmare ghost because, as we all know, streamers are always talking to their chat. So that's not going to be a good thing for them. Now, for a Yokai, the evidence are Spirit Box, Ghost Orb, and Ghost Writing. The first one there is very, very interesting. Spirit Box. Now, this is still beta. It might change, but I think this is great. I personally think this is the one of the best ghosts ever, because talking near it will anger it, but you need to talk near it to get it to talk into the Spirit Box. So this is a ghost where to actually find out what type of ghost it is, you need to anger this ghost. And I think this is a great addition. I hope they keep it as Spirit Box. I know that both of these ghosts, none of them have freezing temperatures, which was a bit of a confusion point because there are more ghosts that don't use freezing than do. But personally, I think Spirit Box for this ghost is a great one. It makes it a little bit more dangerous, which is what I've loved so far about these Phasmophobia updates, is they're making the game harder. And that is always better. Now we'll move on to the Hantu. So with the Hantu, this ghost is, again, it's a bit of an interesting sort of take here. So a Hantu is described as a rare ghost that can be found in hot climates. They are known to attack often during cold weather. So it's found in hot climates, but it attacks in cold weather. Its unique strengths are lower temperatures can cause the Hantu to move at faster speeds. Okay. Weaknesses are a Hantu will move slower when it's warmer. So it's found in hot climates, but it moves slow. But they're also known to attack during cold weather. Now, the thing that makes this ghost interesting is it's like the opposite of the Jinn, where the Jinn needs the breaker on to be able to, you know, use its power properly, and you want the breaker off when you go up against the Jinn. But with a Hantu, you want the breaker on. Now, the interesting thing about a Hantu as well is hopefully there's a secret ability here, which the Hantu will sort of go towards the breaker to turn it off. Because if this ghost doesn't really interact with the breaker at all, and you've turned the breaker on, essentially the Hantu is useless, because it will always move slower. As you turn the breaker on, as we all know, the location you're at will start warming up. So the Hantu will essentially just be sort of like a snail trying to hunt and do everything like that, where if the breaker's off, obviously it's going to cause it to move faster. So I feel as though the Hantu, to really perfect this ghost, would be adding a secret sort of little ability where it will go for the breaker to turn it off. It'll wander and go to the breaker, switch the breaker off, just to sort of get it more powerful. Similar to like the Mare doesn't want the power. I feel as though the Hantu should have a secret little ability, which it may. We don't know. Obviously, it hasn't released on the beta build yet. But that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Because otherwise, I feel like this ghost would be very, very easy to combat. But with these 2 additions, I feel as though they are really, really good here. So with the Hantu, we've got Fingerprints, Ghost Orb, and Ghost Riding. So both ghosts share Ghost Orbs and Ghost Riding as a trait. But this one here also will give you Fingerprints as well. Now, nothing really special there, sort of like the Yokai with the Spirit Box and it talking angers it. But I feel as though with these 2 new ghosts coming in, it'll definitely shake it up a bit. And it really excites me for the future because we're starting to get into territories here with the way the ghosts behave that really interact with the player. And not just so much, you know, being an ordinary ghost that, you know, is scared of a crucifix or whatever, like a banshee or those type of things, where we've now got ghosts that react based on player choices. So we've got stuff like the Hantu now with the lower temperatures, with the breaker, which obviously, you know, you want that on, but the Yokai in specific really affects the player, where talking near it increases his chance of attacking. And having a Spirit Box as a piece of evidence really shakes things up. And I hope going forward, D-Nighter starts looking at more sort of ghosts like this, which really interact with the player. So possibly a ghost that, you know, will get angry when there's a big group of people together and they need to be separated. Or if they're all in the same room, it starts going nuts and you sort of got to separate each other. And I don't know, the opportunities are endless, but I really feel like this is the right direction to take Phasmophobia. Makes it that little bit more difficult, and just gets it, you know, gets it staying fresh, if that makes sense. But that's all we have here for today. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you disliked it, just dislike the video. I don't mind. Just let me know why down in the comments you've disliked the video so we can improve for the next one. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I had a look at the stats and something like 70% or 80%, I can't remember the top of my head, of my viewers aren't subscribed. So if you do like the content, please subscribe. It does help out a lot more than you think. But until next time, guys, stay safe, and I will see everyone on the next video. Bye-bye.